The Classic Collection of E.T.A. Hoffmann, The Nutcracker and the Mouse King, The Golden Pot. Narrated by Mark Bowen. The Nutcracker and the Mouse King. Chapter 1. Christmas Eve. On the 24th of December, Dr. Stahlbaum's children were not allowed, on any pretext whatever, at any time of all that day, to go into the small drawing-room, much less into the best drawing-room into which it opened. Fritz and Marie were sitting cowered together in a corner of the back parlor when the evening twilight fell, and they began to feel terribly eerie. Seeing that no candles were brought, as was generally the case on Christmas Eve, Fritz, whispering in a mysterious fashion, confided to his young sister, who was just 7, that he had heard rattlings and rustlings going on all day, since early morning, inside the forbidden rooms, as well as distant hammerings. Further, that a short time ago, a little dark-looking man had gone slipping and creeping across the floor, with a big box under his arm, though he was well aware that this little man was no other than Godpapa Drosselmeyer. At this news, Marie clapped her little hands for gladness and cried, "Oh, I do wonder what pretty things Godpapa Drosselmeyer has been making for us this time." Godpapa Drosselmeyer was anything but a nice-looking man. He was little and lean, with a great many wrinkles on his face, a big patch of black plaister where his right eye ought to have been, and not a hair on his head, which was why he wore a fine white wig made of glass, and a very beautiful work of art. But he was a very, very clever man, who even knew and understood all about clocks and watches, and could make them himself. So that when one of the beautiful clocks that were in Dr. Stahlbaum's house was out of sorts and couldn't sing, Godpapa Drosselmeyer would come, take off his glass periwig and his little yellow coat, gird himself with a blue apron, and proceed to stick sharp-pointed instruments into the inside of the clock, in a way that made little Marie quite miserable to witness. However, this didn't really hurt the poor clock, which on the contrary would come to life again, and begin to whir and sing.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?